Hello everyone, today we will show you how to create a Linkinbio, the third Pokemon from our Pokemon set. So let's start. For body, we need to use cylinder shape with a height of 150 and vertical segment 8. Select a top polygon and move it on 50 by x-axis. Then create a head. For this, use Shape Generator tool with the number of edges 8, height 25 and bottom radius 50. Click plus button and set top radius to 50. Then create another segment with the top radius 70, height 45. Click plus button again and set the height to 30 and the top radius to 50. Then click Finalize button. Now use Align tool to place head on a body and then move it by 110 on y-axis. Then on 40 by x-axis. Then select the top polygon and rotate it by -15 and move it by 230 on y-axis. Now we need to create eyes. For this, use cube shape and set the width to 15, height to 30 and depth to 15. Then place it like you can see on a video. Use copy offset for creating another eye and set the value of that to negative. Now let's create ears. For that, switch the top view and the orthographic projection. Then use freehand tool. This is the tool for drawing shapes in 2 dimensions. Here select the line brush and draw the whole ear. Then set height to 15 and center the object. Rotate it by -90 on y-axis, -90 on x-axis and by 90 on z-axis. Move it outside of the mesh and rotate by -90 on y-axis. Also, move it with the option magnet for placing it on the head and rotate by 29 on x-axis. Place it like you can see on the video. Then reduce the size of it by using scale with turn it on keep proportion option. Set the value of x to 25 and again place it like you can see on the video. Use copy offset to create another ear. Set the value of z to negative, rotate it by 90 on y-axis and use mirror tool. Rotate it again but with -90. Then for creating legs, use Shape Generator. Set number of edges to 4, bottom radius to 20, top radius to 22. Also set the height to 15 and the top radius to 15. Click plus button and add another segment. Use height 100, top radius 30 and then change the height to 125. Now we need to place it in the leg position. For that, move it by 80 on x-axis and by 25 on z-axis. Open Edge Selector and select front edge of a sock. Then move it a little further. Now create another leg using copy offsets. Set the value of z to negative and select the head and open Edge Selector. Select edges on the front of the face and move it a little further. Then open Vertex Selection and move another point a little further. Then select the bottom part of the body and move it a little to the back. Now we need to create a back leg. For this, use Shape Generator. Set the number of edges to 4, top radius to 15, bottom radius to 20 and the height also to 20. Then change bottom radius to 25 and click plus button. Now set the height 80 and bevel object set to 1. Now move it by 65 on that axis. Then scale by 100 on x-axis and 50 on z-axis. Then turn on Keep Proportion option and set the value of x to 80 and move it by 0 on y-axis. Then place it like you can see on a video. Now use Copy Offsets to create another back leg. Set the value of z to negative. Select the head and open Vertex selector. Move top vertex a little upper and further. Now select vertices on the top of the back of the head and move them a little lower and further. Then select the whole body with legs and click Height. Open Vertex selector and select bottom vertex and move them by 60 on y-axis. Then click the View tab and show all bottom. Now we need to create a tail. For this we will use cube with the height of 125 with segment, height, segment and depth segment to 2. Then click Finalize bottom and move it by -50 on x-axis. Open Polygon selector and select top polygon of a tail. Then select these edges and move them a little to the back. Select the edges of the bottom and move them to the back too. Then open Scale tool and set value of Z to 80. Select the middle vertex and of the left and right side set the value of Z to 100. Select another two segments and scale them to 60 and move a little further. Then select bottom vertices and scale them by 60 on z-axis and move them by -90 on x-axis. Then select two vertices and scale them on z-axis to 50 and move them a little lower. Now we need to select polygons and move them by 100 on y-axis. Also, we need to rotate them by 15 on that axis. Select the top central edges and move them upper. Select two vertices on the back and move them a little more to the back and a little bit lower. Then select bottom vertices and move them a little further and the central vertices and move them a little to the back. Select vertices that you can see on the video and scale them by 60 on that axis. Now we need to select head and eyes and perform difference. In the drop-down, select objects which we're gonna cut out from the head. In our case, both eyes. Click Apply. Now to prepare the object for 3D printing, we need to use Merge and Magic Fix with tolerance 250. So the third Pokemon is created in 10 minutes. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Wish you good luck. Bye!